Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the South Fork. From East Hampton to Riverhead, we worship and reside on the ancestral lands of the Montaukett, the Shinnecock, and the Korchag. And we take this opportunity in our service each week to acknowledge the Native people who claimed this land as home before European colonization. We honor generations of their care and stewardship with this land and with all the other beings that share this land. And we honor our relationship with our Shinnecock neighbors today and their continued struggles for sovereignty and justice. Whoever you are, whomever you love, however you vote, whatever your name for the sacred, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. I am the Reverend Kimberly Quinn Johnson. Our musician this morning joining us over Zoom is Alex Kuchta. Alex is a gardener and a musician from Queens, New York. As part of an apprenticeship at Sylvester Manor, he'll be spending the next year learning work songs from various folk traditions to incorporate singing into fieldwork on the farm. Our many talented and skillful tech hosts this morning are Mark Potter, who is manning our camera, Carl Wittenberg, who is manning our controls, along with Kent Martin, Monica Zazada, who is at home managing our chat, and Sue Penny, who is here making sure everything runs smoothly and with water. I have a few announcements for this week. Please join us here at the Meeting House on Saturday at 5 p.m. for another evening of family fun. We'll have a fire pit and fixings for s'mores. You bring your lawn chair and your dinner maybe and your good spirits. We have also invited our neighbors at First Baptist, so we hope that this will be a good and fun and low-key opportunity to hang out with each other and to meet and hang out with some of our neighbors on the turnpike. And next Sunday, mark your calendars, is our first real dual platform service where some of you will be joining us from here in the Meeting House and some of you will be joining us from Zoom for our in-person worships. In order to manage social distancing, we are capping in-person attendance at 20. So we're asking that you register in advance by Thursday of the week that you want to attend. The link for how to register should be in your chat. Please note also that for our in-person gatherings, we are requiring proof of vaccination. There'll be information on how you can provide that in the registration, and also masks indoors, unless you're standing here speaking. Let's see. And next week is our water communion. So whether you are joining us in person or at home, please bring some water so that we can join together in a virtual and real, virtual and physical, none is more real than the other, communion with each other. You can find more information about how to connect to any of these events in our e-bulletin. And if you have announcements that you'd like to share, please get them to our administrator by Tuesday of the week that you want them announced. If you're visiting, we invite you to sign our virtual guest book. The link for that is also in your chat. It's not in your chat. The link for that will be in your chat by the end of this service. Please sign our virtual guest book so that we can get to know more about you and we can share more information with you about what happens here with this congregation. What will be in your chat is a link to our online order of service so that you can follow along to the service as it happens. Even when we return to our dual platform in-person and online gatherings, we won't be using printed orders of service. And so the online order of service will be the way for you to learn what's happening here. So this morning, this month, we are contemplating the theme of reverence. What does that mean? What does that mean for Unitarian Universalists? It's a sharp turn, possibly, from the theme of reason to think about reverence. But as we begin our exploration of reverence, we will start with some ritual, and some ritual that helps us think about how we are in reverence and how we are in relationship with the rest of this planet, and most especially with the animals that we share this planet with and the animals that we share our lives with. We do that with our annual Blessing of the Animals. These opening words by the Reverend Susan Carlson. Welcome to all our siblings this morning. We enter into this half circle of diversity, celebrating the ways that we upright walking two-legged wanderers share with four-legged, lounging, lunging, and leaping among us, with winged warblers, with slithering, sliding, snaky beings, with circling cavorters in a watery world, and with those who carry their houses on their backs. We look so different, moving according to the way we were made. Yet look at us here in this circle. Look at each other on your Zoom screens. We are part of one family sharing one planet. May our celebration bring us into deeper relationship with the diverse beings in this interdependent web of all life. Remembering we all have common needs for safety, care, and respect. Welcome to all our siblings gathered here today. We light our chalice in honor of that. I'm going to This is like when you have old pens and instead of throwing them away, you put them back in the drawer. We light this chalice, the spark of the original fire of creation, to remind us that we are all on this planet, the furred, the feathered, the finned, and the scaled, along with us featherless bipeds. We are all made of the same star stuff and all share a common destiny. We all share the same hopes of a life free from harm and suffering, and the same aspirations of happiness, love, and flourishing. Being able to express our own unique natures and capacities as best we may. We are just that many diverse perspectives from which the whole is seen and experienced. We are inextricably intertwined, interconnected, and interdependent. And it is good. Our first song to sing together this morning, "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple."
Thank you, Kimberly. Everybody feel free to join in on this one. I'm going to run through it 3 times. All the verses are the same. "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, it'll be in the valley of love and delight. And when true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. When we find ourselves in the place just right, it'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, it'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right.
So it seems that marine life is having a moment right now. This fall, everybody was watching on Netflix My Octopus Teacher. Well, last fall of 2020. Part of my own pandemic practice has been to travel to the ocean. And it's in the midst of this marine moment between my octopus teacher and my own travels to the ocean that I discovered this book, this meditation by Alexis Pauline Gumbs, The Undrowned, Black Feminist Lessons from Marine Mammals. What Gumbs gives us is this reminder of our interdependence and our kinship with marine life. But more than that, it is an opportunity to slow down and to notice what we can learn, an offering to notice what we can learn from the marine life around us, especially for us who literally have marine life around us. Gumbs describes herself as a queer Black feminist love evangelist and a marine mammal apprentice. And in her work, in this work, she gives homage to her Shinnecock ancestors who have been in sacred relationship with the Atlantic right whale for centuries, and her Ashanti ancestors who call the name of the whales as one of the names of God. Gumbs shows us reverence for the marine life around us. She writes in this book to take care of your blessings. The Black feminist author and pleasure activism ancestor, Toni Cade Bambara, used to sign her emails, "Take care of your blessings," an acronym of her initials, TCB. This section looks at the revolutionary parenting and community care practices modeled by marine mammals. Consider singing seals, who use delayed implantation to give birth, where and when they want life to enter, or marine otters, who make their bodies into rafts for their children. Note crab-eater seals, who organize themselves to protect parent-child bonding and the range of what scientists call the allomaternal behavior of marine animals that adopt each other beyond birth relation and even beyond species. The question is, how can we best care for each other across generations, borders, and other barriers? Or as Audre Lorde said, we must be very strong and love each other in order to go on living. Lutra felina, the marine otter, lives on the rockiest shoreline with the roughest of waves. She keeps her secrets, like how long she will live, what she does at night. She has not let you measure her children. I think she is smart, this cat of the ocean. The guidebook says she is secretive. But I wonder if you are just scared to go where she lives, where the rocks are so sharp and the waves beat the shoreline. They say sometimes she screams a high-pitched scream, swims usually with her head barely out of the water. Sometimes she floats on her back, makes herself into a raft for her babies, usually twins, sometimes triplets, quadruplets. She lives in a hard place and in between rocks. She puts her back to the future and her face to her children. I think that she is smart to take care of her secrets. When you live in a hard place, precious cargo on your chest. When you say with your whiskers and your claws, do not go there. There should be some respect. And I offer my love to your nails and your secrets, your teeth and your technology, your heaviness of hair, your float and your leap. I can hardly believe that the waves did not break you. And your scream, it is scripture and a wall. It is a map. And you teach me to keep my secrets on my hearts where I can feel them. And to keep my eyes on them too. And my body a boat, balance starboard and port. And my face floating aft after float. And my scream too a scripture, as sacred as love. And my choice. May your roots grow deep. May your branches spread far. May you find this world to be a wonderful and wet place and leave it better for those who follow. Alex has a song for us.
This is a song called Labrador. This was written about a neighbor's dog named Jake a couple years back. Falling, chasing dogs, wind on my teeth out, counting fingers, walking up the drive, over the Bible and the pawn shop clothes, over the pennies, through the holes you hide. Down and falling on a Labrador, yeah. Down and falling on a Labrador, yeah. Falling in falling in going down on the lawn, follow the hand and the Labrador, if he could, on a parking lot, leaving the diner in a cloud of smoke, counting seven, leaving only down, down and falling on the Labrador, yeah. Down and falling on the Labrador, yeah. Falling wild, falling wild.
Thank you, Alex. So I don't know if you can see how much of inside the meeting house you all are seeing, but we are having a great time managing all of the different pieces. Sort of running around and checking sound and checking messages, and also trying to follow your chat. And some of you will be here next week. But this is the moment in our community of shared faith when we share the deep joys, sorrows, and concerns of our hearts. We're going to pause for new life, celebrating new commitments, and for all the ways that we care for ourselves and each other. May we all remember and carry with us into this week the love and support that we share in this community. These words, as you enter into this moment of reflection and meditation, and we can resume recording if we haven't yet. This is an excerpt from Gary Kowalski, The Souls of Animals. There is an old Latin motto, lupus est homo homini. That means man is a wolf to man. finding peace within and bringing peace to the world may start with the capacity to look into another's eyes and to recognize there is a kindred soul. Whether the eyes belong to a German or a Dutchman, a friend or a stranger, a chimpanzee, or even a wolf. What do we see when we look into the eyes of another living creature? A lesser being? An object of indifference? Or can we look more deeply? Can we touch the inwardness of that animal and empathize with its joys and concerns? Can we see other animals as they are, different from us, but not wholly unlike ourselves? Here is an interspecies meditation you might like to try. Look into the eyes of an animal right now. It might be your dog or your cat, a human animal who is with you. And as you look into those eyes, reflect that this being is a never to be duplicated expression of the universe. Pay attention to what you see. The years of living present within those eyes, and the vitality that shines through their color and transparency. Contemplate their shape. Notice the angles and curves of individuality that make the face of this creature a unique work of art, crafted by time and desire. And as you look into this being's eyes, pay attention also to what you cannot see, the inwardness, the selfhood, the I that is as singular as its outward expression. What you look upon is a living spirit. Greet and respect it, appreciate it for what it is. Ask yourself, what does it feel like to be this creature? What does the world look like through its eyes? Become aware of the great antiquity within those eyes, the millennia of evolution they hold within their gaze. Sense a solitude you can never fully enter into or understand. Be aware that this is a being who has known hardships and hurts you might never imagine. This is a being who has known moments of wildness and innocence that you can never share. Yet this is a creature who is alive and has desires just like you. It walks the same ground, breathes the same air, It feels pain and enjoys its senses, the dazzling warmth of the sun, the cooling shade of the forest, the refreshing taste of pure water, as you do. And in this, we are all kin. In this kinship, all life exists. Through this kinship, we can find wholeness. Out of this kinship, we can share wisdom and understanding for the healing of our common home. Alex?
This is called Shake These Bones. I'll show you how I'm feeling, Lord, any day. Shake these bones and shout and sing my life away. I'll shake these bones and I will shout and sing my life away. For it won't be long until these bones turn to clay. And tell you what I'm feeling, Lord, anytime. I tell you lies, I tell you dreams that you won't mind. I tell you lies, I tell you dreams, I know that you won't mind. For there's something there that's out of reach I might find. And I tell you what I'm seeing, Lord, everywhere. It may be only a small part of what is there. And it may be a small part of what is really there. But I'll stumble like the blind man, Lord, without fear. I'll show you how I'm living, Lord, every day. I may fall down upon my knees and start to pray. And I may fall down upon my knees and worship you, oh pray. But there's reverence in my life to the Lord anyway. And I'll show you how I'm loving, Lord, in the night. And when the door is open, Lord, and filled with light. When the door is open, Lord, and filled with morning light. We'll hear the child that calls for us out of sight. And I'll show you who I'm loving, Lord, in the day. And to my fellow people, Lord, these words I'll say. To my fellow people, Lord, these loving words I'll say. Well, I'll shake these bones and shout and sing my life away.
Thank you. And I forgot to mention that that earlier song was an original composition from Alex Labrador. This is a moment in our service, in our ritual, when you bring forth the animal that you would like to have blessed, either in person or a picture. And so if you're in the room and want to share, or if you are in your room and want to share, then the best way is to unmute yourself and tell us about your animal. Cooper, we honor you and we bless you.
This is Brindle. It's on the floor here. Yep, there he goes.
Brendel, who is running away, you cannot escape this blessing. We honor you and we bless you.
This is Charlie Ladybug. She was found by the side of the road in Texas and shipped, I don't know how, all the way to East Hampton. She and I went through a 6-week training program to become pet partners, and we've been pet partners ever since. She's a visiting angel. She's a therapy dog who comforts people in need of comfort. And I don't know who lost her, but whoever lost her lost the greatest blessing of their lives. And she is one of the greatest blessings of our lives here.
Charlie Ladybug, exquisite traveler, partner,
her gentleness,
angel, we honor you and
awesome.
we bless you.
So this is actually in memoriam. This is Misty, who's attended many animal blessings in the past, and we lost her in November. The rendering is by Don's former wife, Deb Hosebar, who is a blessing in our life too. So this is for Deb also.
Misty, we honor your life and we bless you.
Hello, this is Eva. I put in the chat about Charlie. And there's also Peekaboo, my gray and white tabby.
Charlie and Peekaboo, we honor you and we bless you.
Sorry, I was trying to share. I don't know if I'm doing okay. Okay, can everybody hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay. I have 3 cats. I'm only allowed to have 2 at the senior community I live at. But this is Treyu and Mausia. I have them since they were like 2 weeks old. They're bottle fed and everything. I call them the twins. One's a tuxedo, the other one's a tiger, but they have the same marshmallow feed and bib and all that. Atreyu actually is, he's a therapy cat. He sleeps on my pillow all night long. And this was actually the other day, I was in a flare up and, they were laying with me all day when I was trying to get better. And I also have a cat, Salem, who's a giant black cat who is a feral, but I can pet him and I don't know, they're all the loves of my life. I mean, they keep me going, and I'm glad they all three of them, we weren't sure if they'd make the cross-country trip and everything, but they all came through it fine and are adjusting. And I don't know. That's it. They're just real special. They're my babies, the kind of babies that don't grow up and leave.
Can you tell us one more time their names?
Atreyu, Melchia, and Salem.
Atreyu, Myashia, and Salem. And all your wildness and your travels. We honor you and we bless you.
Thank you.
I'd like to remember Sweet Pea, who was one of Patty's, was the last cat of the feral ones that Patty had adopted. At one point, we had 7 living outside on the porch. We have little houses for them and everything. And then as time went on, 1 or 2 of them just walked into the woods and never came back. And finally, when Patty passed away, we had 1 left, Sweet Pea, and Sweet Pea passed away just a few weeks ago. So I have 5 little cat houses with heaters and everything sitting on the porch, all empty.
For Sweet Pea and all your cat siblings, we honor you and we bless you. Do we have any more?
I would like to recognize Simon. Hello. Say hello, Simon. Good boy. Simon is a half moon conure, and he turns 30 years old on the 18th of October. And here's my blessing.
Simon, you wise old sage, we honor you and bless you.
Okay, good boy. Let me set this up.
Hi, Simon.
There's Aunt Carol.
Hi, Simon.
Give me a kiss.
Give me a kiss.
Do we have any more to bless? For all of our animals, we give thanks. For Cooper, Brendel, Charlie Ladybug, Misty, Charlie, Peekaboo, Atreyu, Masha, Salem, Sweet Pea, Simon, and all of the animals who have touched our lives in ways that we know and don't remember.
Oh, I didn't get to say mine, animal.
Go for it.
I haven't been here in a while. I'm Leslie. I have Gilda. I got her from the Southampton Animal Shelter. And actually, Eva went with me and picked her out. So that's my baby.
Gilda, we honor and bless you. And for you also, we give thanks. We give thanks for the animals who live close to nature, who remind us of the sanctities of birth and death, who do not trouble their lives with foreboding or grief, who let go each moment as it passes and accept each new one as it comes with serenity and grace. Enable us to walk in beauty as they do, at one with the turning seasons, welcoming the sunrise and at peace with the sunset. And as we hallow the memory of good friends now departed, who loved abundantly and in their time were loved, who freely gave us their affection and their loyalty, let us not be anxious for tomorrow. For those we love today, let us not squander these days. but ask only that kindness and gratitude fill our hearts day by day into the passing year. We have one more song that we'll sing together. Shall we gather at the river?
Shall we gather at the river where the angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne again? Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river that flows by the throne of God. And on the margin of the river, washing with the silver spray, walk and worship here forever. All the happy golden days. Yes, we'll gather at the beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river. Flows by the throne again. Soon we'll reach the shining river. Soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. Yes, we'll gather at the beautiful river. Together with the saints at the river, it flows by the throne of God.
Thank you so much. We support the work of this congregation in many ways. And whether you are joining us at home or in the meeting house, you can still contribute by PayPal or by check. Your financial contributions help to support the work of this congregation, including worship, religious exploration, and pastoral support. And your generosity is reflected in the ways that we are able to show up for our community with care. You can contribute by writing a check to the address on your screen, or by PayPal through the link on your screen, or possibly in your chat. Your offers are always gratefully accepted. And if you are visiting, we invite you to remain in the virtual room and join us for informal conversation after worship is over. If you're visiting, we also invite you to please sign our virtual guest book so that we can be in greater touch with you about what we are doing here in this community. If you're with us for the first time or the 50th time, we hope that you find a home here with us. Our benediction is from St. Francis of Assisi, who we honor with this animal blessing ritual each year. Not to hurt or humble brethren is our first duty to them. But to stop there is not enough. We have a higher mission: to be of service to them wherever they require it. We extinguish our flame with the words on your screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
This is Come On Up to the House. Where the moon is broken and the sky is cracked, come on up to the house. The only thing that you can see is all that you lack. Come on up to the house. No, your crying don't do no good. Come on up to the house. Come down off the cross. We can use the wood. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. The world is not my home. I'm just a passer through. You gotta come on up to the house. There's no light in the tunnel, no iron in the fire. Come on up to the house. And you'll sing and lead soprano in the milkman's choir. Come on up to the house. Does life seem nasty, brutish and shallow? Come on up to the house. The seas are stormy and you can't find port. You gotta come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. You got to come on up to the house. The world is not my home. I'm just a passer through. You got to come on up to the house.
Thank you, Alex.
This was fantastic. Come on to the house. I'm obsessed with house and home, and this is wow. So great. Almost like a little, I don't know, shot of lavender or a tranquilizer or something. I don't know.